Hey, it's Mark, RPM Rivian. We've got our new, beautiful running boards installed, and we love them. They're a little bit lower than the competition's. They're strong, they're made out of steel, all powder coated, lifetime warranty, inexpensive, and fully adjustable. Thanks for tuning in to watch our video. We're going to start explaining more right now. Hey, it's Mark, RPM Rivian. Today we're going to show everybody how to install our running boards. These are made out of steel, powder coated. They're super easy to install. We're going to show you how to install these channels, how to minimize the open area underneath, 3 brackets, 1 base, and it's going to look just like this. As you can see, you can stand on this, jump on this. We really like ours better than our competitors because of the clearance, because of how big of a gap. We have 2 inches here between the bottom of the door and the actual running board. It's fully adjustable in and out. We're going to show you how to cut out the plastic underneath. So you can take a look underneath. All the plastic is going to be cut in slots. You're not going to have a lot of dirt getting inside of the running boards once they're installed. Everything is simple to do. And again, a lot of people talk about height, but this is what we wanted to illustrate. You'll see in this video here, stepping up and in is really easy. The lower the running board is, below the base, it's easier to get your foot on and climb up. Now that applies to different heights. Obviously, if you're in kneel mode, it's very easy for kids to get on and make one more step up. So we believe it's all about 12-inch increments, making loading and unloading easy. And also look at the seats. Without running boards, your seats are going to wear out. You're going to be sliding in and out over time, and wear and tear is not covered by warranty. Now you can simply step down with your foot and down to the ground, whatever height you're at. Wheel mode. Okay. So I'm on standard height, all-purpose mode. So at this height, you know, somebody's 6 feet tall, getting in and out, it's easy. I'm not sliding off. Come on over here. I'm not sliding off my seat. So as I mentioned before, unless you're in kneel mode, you're going to slide off your seat like this all the time, and you're going to wear this bolster out, or the side panel. So this is low mode, or standard mode. Getting in the back, walk right up, step on it, step in. Okay, how about stepping out, please? Out and down, no issues. Okay, so anyway, those are the running boards from RPM Rivian. We think they're great. We think that with this gap of clearance, as you can see through, and they sit a little bit lower. As you can see, this is the rear, and you can see the slot we cut in. Now some people are taping the slots up, but again, anything going in here is going to come right out the back, so it's okay. And here is the junction, and here is the next slot. So again, this is what we're referring to by cutting slots in the plastic. You see, we took plastic and trimmed it with some tin snips all the way back here, but we didn't go all the way through. So this is what you would see if you were looking for it on a street where you had a white concrete. And here is the last one. Of course, we're going to remove the label, and it'll look just like this. And when you're walking up to the car, you have this distance between the door and the top of the running board. So it's about 2 inches total from here to here, like we mentioned, this to this. Okay, in each box, we're going to give you the hardware and the tools and the brackets. And we're giving you 2 options. One option is a standard 7-degree incline, and the other option is a 0 degree, which is actually our personal preference. We make it both ways. Some people want the actual running boards to sit completely flat and flush. That's a 0 degree. So we've got it all labeled, really easy, passenger side, driver's side. And the hardware is in here, and there's also hardware and tools in this kit. So you have 2 full kits with 2 long running boards. Okay, now we're gonna give you all the hardware you need. 3 bracket holders, 3 brackets per side, bolts. You may need some tin snips or some heavy duty scissors. We're gonna be cutting through the stock polypropylene panel covers on the bottom. We're gonna give you the template that you're gonna use. It's gonna match up with the width of this, so you'll know exactly how far to cut through the plastic panel. And again, this is all gonna sit underneath, so it'll be completely blind. And again, we don't want openings and holes inside. So we're gonna give you diagrams and schematics showing you what locations to find. We're also gonna explain that you're not gonna cover up your jack pad locations. And again, this is the best quality, all powder coated at the best price. And now we're gonna get into the installation and what you're gonna need to start getting the panels off underneath the vehicle. It's very easy to take the plastic panels off. So here, a quick note now, this is the jacking location. So you'll notice that none of the brackets are gonna block the jacking location. And the jacking location pin is this circle right here. So when this is in place right here, you will take this off to jack up. And you will not have to remove our running boards. And you'll notice there's 3 plastic rocker panel pieces. In order to attach the running boards, you have to remove these. Whether or not you put them on after we're done is completely up to you. But we're gonna show you how to reinstall them with a minimal exposed area. Okay, now we're gonna remove them first. You need a 10mm ratchet or a tool. You loosen it one by the jack point. This is gonna come down really easy. There's also one down at this end. Just loosen them both up. Now the panels lock in place by pushing them vertically. Okay, after you take out the 10mm, there's 3 of them. There's also gonna be 2 more at the very, very front of the vehicle where you need to use a torque bit and remove them. All right, once they're all loose, all the panels will come down. Now, we wanna teach you all about removing them. You put your hand underneath and you just pull straight down. So there's 1 clip here, 1 clip here, and of course the screw holds this piece. So that's very easy. Now the middle panel, again, same thing. Just pull it down in the front and the back and it will unsnap. Loosen it on both sides. Move to the front piece. So we'll do the middle panel last. See how easy it comes out? Again, same thing, vertical clips that hold it straight up. Pull the back off and then do the front 2 pieces. Now this one, same thing, all vertical clips hanging straight down. Just pull straight down and it comes right out. So again, these actually have metal clips on them which lock them in. So it's the front, forward, and then down. Okay, now these 3 pieces, we're gonna show you what's next to do with them. But first, we're gonna start mounting everything. Okay, there's gonna be 3 brackets. 1 for the front, 1 for the middle, 1 for the rear. And they're gonna be labeled passenger side and driver's side. All right, so now you'll notice they're identical in shape. They're identical in every way. But what we have to do is establish which of the bolts we're gonna use underneath. So we're going to start all the way in the middle here, and you'll notice that you have 3 bolts here to choose from, 2 bolts and 1 open spot. So that's going to be our first location right here below the middle of the doors. So this will say middle on it when you open it up. So this is a 17mm and this is a torque or a T55. So you're going to unscrew the T55 just like this. And the other one, and then we're going to put it right on. now you can see how it's going to fit. So we're using this one and this one for the middle, and you're going to put the bolt up back inside using the original bolts. And again, this is fixed, so you're going to tighten it all the way, and then the bracket location here will not be changeable. You only have a little bit of play to move it in and out. Okay, the first one's on. 2 more to go. It's either going to be 1 bolt on the left and 1 on the right, and it's rock solid. And again, this is right below the Rivian emblems. I'm tightening down this one. Up. Now we've got 2 out of 3. Again, now here you'll notice here that the jack point is still uncovered. That's our jacking point. And you'll be able to pop this cover off anytime you want if you need to rotate your tires or if you ever get a flat. So now we're going to take these 2 out. This first one's behind the plastic and the other one's up near the front. Okay, all right. So then that goes in there. Everybody's gone now. Okay. And the last one. Now you see we got all 3 brackets strongly secured. Okay, now you can see we got 3 brackets extending down. We've got 3 sets of hardware, including the washers, the nuts, and the mounting brackets. And now we're going to pick up the actual running board and place it right on top. So you'll see it fits. So the running board fits just like this. And you can position it anywhere you want, right or left, and in and out. So now what we're going to do is attach the bracket. So you'll notice we're going to put the bolts up inside, lower this, and then we're going to put the nuts on with the washers and the locking washers. And then we're going to adjust it back and forth. And this is all personal preference. If you want the most coverage for maybe the largest feet, you bring it all the way out, or if you want it in, you know, an inch closer like this, or out. It's up to you. So we're going to put all of these on, and then we're going to show you, after all 3 of them are on, how to torque them down, and we're going to leave a little room and a little play and show you different advantages and or disadvantages of the distance it is from the vehicle. So same thing over here, and tighten them. And they're nice and level with the vehicle. And then of course we have the plastic rocker panel covers off. We're going to put on underneath. So this will be the interesting part where we're going to show you how to cut slots in them like we have on this side. As you can see, this is the rear, and you can see the slot we cut in. Now some people are taping the slots up, but again, anything going in here is going to come right out the back, so it's okay. And here is the junction, and here is the next slot. So again, this is what we're referring to by cutting slots in the plastic. You see, we took plastic and trimmed it with some tin snips all the way back here, but we didn't go all the way through. So this is what you would see if you were looking for it on a street where you had a white concrete. And here is the last one. Of course, we're going to remove the label, and it'll look just like this. And when you're walking up to the car, you have this distance between the door and the top of the running board. So it's about 2 inches total from here to here, like we mentioned, this to this. As you can see here, you might want this back this way a little bit, so you have quite the room to play. But obviously, we think centering is best. So we're gonna lock it down. Just tighten up each of the screws. Okay, again, now this is positioned at the extreme or all the way out position. So when you look down, and wind resistance wise, you've got about 1.5 inches of wind flowing around the wheel. And this is how we're going to try them. Again, you can try it, you can change it, you can remove it. But right now they are all the way out. So we have them centered and all the way out, and we're going to bolt them down. Okay, now a lot of people are selling these, and they give you the choice of leaving your rocker panels exposed. So these are rocker panel covers, and these are the rocker panels. So this is what you would be leaving exposed if you decide to let dirt and water and everything fly in here. So we recommend putting your rocker panels back on. So one way to do it is to line them up here on the top, and this will help us determine where to put the slots. So we're going to cut slits or slots right by each one and slide it in like we did show you on the other side. So again, with these rocker panels from Rivian, we're able to secure putting them completely back on, snapping them back into place, putting the screws on through the screw bolt-in holes, and everything would be secure. The only difference is you're going to have a cutout plastic slot right here, so it's going to fit great. Okay, so again, now look at this. This is the front piece. This has to go under the middle piece. And same thing here, underneath. And what we're trying to do is mock up the exact location of where this is going to go. And we're going to use these snap-in grommets and their hole locations to confirm this. So let's take a look over here in the front, and we'll show you one more time. So again, you want to position the original rocker panel on top of the running boards, and this is a locking clip. Then, with a ruler, we're going to show you that if you go straight in here, you can see if you're lined up. And you want to be lined up with, if you hold that for a second, you want to be lined up with the mating location of this clip. So it's right underneath here. And just feel for it. And yeah, so my finger here is on a female grommet, and it's directly across from this one. So once you make sure you're on the right spot, then we're able to mark the plastic and cut the slits inside. So we're going to draw a line right where the bracket is, as you can see, like this. Okay, next one. And we're going to go over how long that line's going to be in a minute. Lining this up and that hole up, great. And again, you don't want to make these slots too thin. You don't want to push on the rocker panel cover and have it a little ajar. So we suggest at least a 1/2 inch gap. We're going to show you how to trim out. So again, there is the bracket. All right, so that's it. Now we're going to go over the table and show you how long we're going to cut these out with our tin snips or some sharp scissors. Okay, we got the front piece here, and you can tell because of this. And this is the line we made. So now what we want to do is make a slot about this wide. And you want to do it right over the hole. So we're going to mark it, of course. So we know here is our center point, sorry. And then we're going to make it this long. So the reason for this template is to mark off when to stop. So right here, we're going to mark it again on the back here, so we know where to stop. Any device is good. You could just trim it or cut it out. There we go. Okay, so that's it. We're going to go from here to here and cut a straight line with the snips. And don't worry about making it too wide. You're okay. So again, this is polypropylene, and does cut pretty easy. Sharp scissors, razor blade, tin snips, anything will work. Just stop when you get to the cut mark, and then now we'll just make one more. And we've learned not to make them too close together. Don't worry about making it 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to cut this off. And then bend it this way. Nice. And again, what's visible is the underside. So now I hope everyone understands that this slat or cutout area is going to cover it right up. So let's show you how we would put this on, and then we'll do the other two pieces. So going back underneath, you've got 2 tabs here that are going to go under the rear near that partial mud flap. You can see now how it fit right in. So we're completely around the bracket, and then you bend in the tabs that hold on the back. So you just let them slide right in. So these tabs are going to go in first, and then we're going to snap these back. Okay, now here's the middle piece, and we're going to cut a slot in it too. So we're going to go all the way down here, about this long, so all the way to here. So you'll notice it's a big long piece, lots of clips inside and out. Just grab your tin snips and cut out about 1 inch. Cuts very easy. It's very soft polypropylene. All the way to here. So all the way to there. And then go right next to this tab. It should be great. Snip it. Now, cutting across here might seem a little crazy or hard to do, but as long as you use some sharp, this is very, very flexible. I mean, not thick, thin wall, and just cut through box cutters, something sharp. Watch your table. And then we suggest you bend it upward, not downward. And there we go. Okay, we've got these slots cut in both pieces. We're going to start with the center one first. And again, remember the order. These are last, pushing it upward to lock it in, and the tabs in the back are first. So we have our 1-inch slot cut, and now we're going to slide it in and go. All the black tabs are going to get locked in first. Now it helps to have an extra person underneath, but once the black tabs go in, we should be doing pretty good. So a friend will definitely help you. So those are all getting tucked under the battery tray rail. And I'll film from this side and show you what's going on in the back. So all these pieces are getting put right underneath. Right underneath. Okay. And now you can move it a little bit left and right. And then we're going to come back out and snap it up. So you can see here, I'm going to go straight in. But you got to get it positioned correctly left and right. And a little bit of pressure on each one. Snap, snap, snap. Very flexible Poly Pro. All right. Each one should lock itself in place and this will never come off your car. Okay, now the last piece, or the back piece before we do the front, remember like we were saying, that because this is going to get tucked underneath the fender liner and bolted up and snapped in, we're doing this piece after the middle. So see the overlap here? All right, so slide it in all the way to the back. Go underneath, put the two pieces in here. So these are gone, hidden underneath. Put it up here, and now you have a little bit of play here to move it back and forth. But a normal gap is that. You push this grommet in, and then we're gonna put the screw in. So why don't we grab the screw and do that real quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to slide these two pieces in. I want to show you a little better view underneath. And now we're up on top. And we're going to hold it right there. Perfect. Now this grommet, just bend it. Make sure it's going straight up vertical into this slot. We open the door up, so this makes it a little easier. See how it goes straight through. And then locked in. And now underneath, we're going to tighten the screw on that recessed hole. Okay, now we're going to go underneath here and put the screw back in the recessed hole. All right, so now we got two pieces on, and again, as you close the door, you can see we have this much distance between the bottom of the door and the bottom of here where you'll be stepping. Okay, let's do the last piece. Okay, we've got the green line here right next to this clip. We're going to go all the way down. Use the template. This tells you how long to go. So you're going to come all the way down to this area and cut out a 1-inch strip. Go right next to the plastic glide clip. And you should be getting pretty fast at this point. It's like cutting a pizza bread. More. Just a little bit more. Now we're good. All right, then just come back 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Box cutter, just push it down and cut. Just watch your fingers. There we go. Great. All right, this piece will fall right off. And now let's go over and put it in. So again, this is our front piece. And we're going to overlap this and slide the side pieces in first. So on this one, you're going to be putting it straight in. There's nothing overlapping. Okay. And then going straight in. Black tabs in first. Okay, all the tabs are in. Next is the overlap and the grommets, and then lots of screws. And we took off first. So those snap and hold up. Latch in place. Okay. Okay, here's a little close-up. We brought it down just to show you the teeth and the mounting clips. If you open the door up, see a little bit better underneath. Make sure you hear a click, 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 otherwise this can fall down. So you want to really press hard. I'll go underneath here now. So you can see what we've done is put everything back on here. And now we're tightening up the screws. And the only exposed area is just right here and right here. And we're also going to put some tape on it. We want to keep water out, so we're going to use some Gorilla tape, and we're going to go straight across here and across here to join these together. Again, that's all just personal taste. So we'll just get these last pieces in. Then we're going to pull it outside, show everybody what it's like getting in and out, and the advantages, and not destroying your seats, sliding off the seats. Last grommet there. Alright, it's all done, it's all secure, and we've covered up that entire area with the original rocker panels.